Emanation Synthesizer. Chapter 1. The Price of Memory. Ethan Cole sat in the dim light of his apartment, staring at the empty space where his wedding photo used to hang. The memory of that day, the way Clara's laughter had filled the air, the warmth of her hand in his, was gone. He had sold it. In this world, memories weren't sacred anymore. They were currency. The accelerant, a shadowy global entity, loomed over everything, controlling society with its relentless grip. It had turned memories into commodities, fueling a system where the wealthy escaped into perfect, artificial realities while the rest lived in fear. Ethan had sold his most precious memory to pay for his daughter Lily's medical bills. After Clara's death, Lily had been his only reason to keep going, but the emptiness left by the sale of Clara's memory was unbearable. He could no longer recall her voice, her smile, or the way she had looked at him on their wedding day. It was as if a piece of his soul had been carved out and sold to the highest bidder. "Slow cook is always better than microwave," Clara used to say, her hands stirring a pot of stew. She had believed in doing things the right way, in taking time to nurture what mattered. Now, Ethan wondered if he had betrayed that belief. Chapter 2. The Discovery. The truth came on a rainy Tuesday. Ethan had been walking home from his shift at the factory when he saw it, a billboard advertising the Emanation Synthesizer. The image on the screen was unmistakable. Clara's smile, her laugh, her essence. The synthesizer wasn't just a machine for creating virtual worlds. It was powered by memories, real, human memories. Clara's memory, her love, her joy, was being used to fuel someone else's escape. Ethan's stomach churned. He had thought he could live with the emptiness, but this was too much. Clara wasn't just gone. She was trapped, exploited. He couldn't let it stand. Chapter 3. The Shadow Walker. Ethan's search for answers led him into the shadows of the city, where the forgotten and discarded fought to survive. It was there he met Mara. She was sharp-eyed and sharp-tongued, with a presence that made Ethan uneasy. "You're looking for something," she said, leaning against a crumbling wall. "Or someone." Ethan hesitated. "How do you know that?" Mara smirked. "Because you look like a man who's lost everything." She offered her help, and Ethan had no choice but to trust her. Together, they began unraveling the dark secrets of the synthesizer. It wasn't just a machine. It was a prison, trapping the memories of thousands, feeding off their emotions to create perfect illusions. But Mara also revealed the deeper truth. The synthesizer's miracles came at a cost. Its ability to heal diseases and predict disasters had made humanity dependent on it, but it was eroding something fundamental. The machine dulled the mind's natural curiosity, its hunger for the unknown. People no longer needed to solve problems or take risks. Life had become predictable, and with that predictability came a creeping emptiness. "Your wife," Mara said one night, her voice soft. "She believed in doing things the right way, didn't she?" Ethan froze. "What do you mean?" Mara shrugged. "Just a feeling." The phrase Clara had always said echoed in his mind. Slow cook is always better than microwave. Chapter 4. The Truth Beneath. The deeper they delved, the more Ethan began to understand. The world had become addicted to shortcuts, to instant gratification. The synthesizer was the ultimate microwave solution, quick, convenient, and ultimately hollow. Clara had seen it coming. She had known that someday someone would need to stand against the tide of artificial experiences. "Why are you helping me?" Ethan asked Mara one night. She didn't answer right away. When she finally spoke, her voice was quiet. "Because some things are worth saving." Chapter 5. The revelation. In the heart of the synthesizer, the truth hit Ethan like a thunderclap. Mara wasn't just a stranger, she was Clara, or rather, a version of her. Before her death, Clara had planned for this moment. Using cloned cartilage, stem cells, and her own DNA, she had created Mara, embedding her consciousness into this new body. She had trusted Ethan to find her, to bring her back. "Remember what I always said?" Mara asked, her voice now unmistakably Clara's. Ethan's throat tightened. "Slow cook is always better than microwave." Clara smiled. "And you've been slow cooking this whole time." Chapter 6. The Reunion. Together, they dismantled the synthesizer, freeing the trapped memories within. It wasn't quick or easy. It was slow, methodical work, just as Clara would have wanted. Each freed memory was a small victory against a world that had forgotten the value of patience. As they stood in the wreckage, hand in hand, Ethan finally understood. Clara hadn't just left him a phrase, she'd left him a philosophy. In a world obsessed with shortcuts, some things, love, memory, humanity, needed time to simmer, to develop their full flavor. The future was uncertain, but they would face it together, taking each moment as it came, letting their love slow cook in a world of microwaves.